Today's adventure brings us to Mount Rowe in Guilford, New Hampshire. It is on the Belknap Range, and it is said to be one of the least exciting hikes on the Belknap 12. Let's go find out why. So to access the summit of Mount Rowe, there is a trail called the Ridge Trail. It is blazed in white, and it goes up to a limited view summit, but it's not really a trail. When you look at it, it's a graded service road that goes all the way up to the big tree antenna on the summit. All right, so hiking up a steep service road to get to the top of a mountain that only has a cell tower on it seems insignificant when the whole Gunstock Resort is right next door. But before Gunstock was a resort, this service road was at least in part one of the first ski slopes here. It's called the Try Me Trail, and Mount Rowe was a major player up in this area. So let's take a different look at hiking Mount Rowe. And to do that, we need to step back in time. 1937, when they opened up the Belknap recreational area, which included all of this. Before Gunstock became Gunstock, and it was all about Mount Rowe. One of Mount Rowe's claims to fame was it was the first mountain in the East to have a chairlift. It was a single chair. It was installed during the 1937-1938 season. It started at the base of Gunstock, and it went all the way to the summit of Mount Rowe. That's how they used to ascend it before you had to use the service road. But it was used in both summer and in winter.
So we found some artifacts.
I found some bigger ones.
It's part of the single chair chairlift.
Okay, just another remnant of what used to be the single chair chairlift to the top of Mount Rowe. In 1940-41 season, where we're standing right now, they added 11 more chairs to this lift. They had said that a newspaper had written saying that this was going to be a place where all the lazy skiers would show up. Well, everybody showed up, and ski lifts to the top of mountains took off. And anyone who's a skier has ever been by a ski mountain, you know what I'm talking about. Or, heck, just look next door over on Gunstock Mountain. So it was a real piece of history right here.
So we were investigating a little side path, and we found one of the poles from the chairlift. I'm imagining it's got a crack in it. Metal, it's rusted, and it's been tossed into the woods.
This footing down from it is right here. So you can see that the single chair came right up from the Gunstock areaway. On the summit of Mount Rowe, there is another footing for the single chair. We believe that this is where they used to get off. Because if you look down here,
The cement blocks.
yeah,
Angled
some sort of a
downwards.
ramp angled down.
And I imagine there was something on top of them,
Yeah.
and brought us to this landing where people would ski off of.
And they would head down. And in the middle of it all is this pole. We're not sure if this was just the signal for planes flying overhead. As you can see, the power is on, but there's no electricity going to it. And all the way up, and that would be the top of it, and there is a light on top of it. Not sure if it blinked to warn planes the mountain was here or what. There's the remains of some kind of a building, or something. It was shingled, so warming hut, maybe where they operated the chair from, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what this metal is, but you'd almost think that maybe the chair turned around on it. Because it looks rounded like it would be. And it is right in front of this hut, so I don't really know. Hut, I use the term loosely. So once you're on the summit, you continue on the Ridge Trail, done now in white and purple. If you follow the Ridge Trail far enough, you will come to Earthscope, the Plate Boundary Observatory Station, which measures the movement of the Earth's crust. And if you find this, then just turn around, and you will get great views. This is incredible. Just a short walk down the Ridge Trail, and it's flat walk too, so it's kind of nice. Right there in front, that would be Cobble Mountain, which was part of the Belknap recreational area. But as I pan around, you'll see just how far off it was from the other two mountains, meaning Gunstock and Rowe. Well, you're not going to see Rowe. That is off to our left.
Considering the weather we've been having today,
yeah,
we lucked out seeing this. This
Yeah.
is beautiful.
That's Belknap Mountain with its antenna tree and fire tower. Coming right over to Gunstock. And just like Cheryl said, the weather we've been having, we're starting to feel the drips. All right, time to put the camera away. Canada Dry bottle from 1980. 34 years old. Heavy, heavy glass too.
Found the Rockin Rowe Geocache. Had a hard time finding this one.
So we're gonna do what we do, and then we'll head back over to Summit of Mount Rowe. Okay, we believe that once you got off the single chair chairlift, and we're coming down, this is where the tri-me would start, and it would go off that way to where the service road is to go down. And going off to my left would be the Fletcher Hale Great Slalom Trail. So we're bushwhacking, trying to find the original tri-me trail that they used to ski down. And we did run across this, which seems to be out of the ordinary. It's drainage. But you notice the sun is out. This is a crazy day. We've been poured on, and now we got nice blue skies up there. So, all in a day's adventure. Anyway, as we were bushwhacking, Cheryl ran across this, which appears to be some type of a water reservoir, I'm gonna say. Okay, it's some kind of a pump. What's inside of it?
Mosquito City.
I know. I'm gonna back away. There's too many mosquitoes. That's what's in it, though. Appears to be some type of a light fixture. There's a socket in there. I don't recall them having night skiing out here.
So we're back down, and this was the left that we took to go up to the top of Mount Rowe. And now we're into the second part of our adventure.
If you want to make it more interesting than just following a service road all the way to a big antenna tree and back down, make sure you take these rights. Come on. So for any of you that have seen Nesson ski jump, you can only imagine how thrilled we were when we saw one here. We had no clue that there were ski jumps there. So I'm standing next to a cement structure. It looks like a tomb. I know it does, so you're probably thinking maybe the skiers that didn't want to go up there committed hara-kiri instead, thinking it might be easier. But in fact, what this is I asked. This is the water reservoir. They actually pump water into this, and then it's gravity fed down to the resort. So that's where they get their water from. It's not a tomb. So the initial plans for the Belknap Mountain recreational area was going to cost $300,000, and it was going to include a 60-meter ski jump, which you see in front of you. It was extended in 1976 to 70 meters, but when it was 60 meters, Torger Toko held the record of 251 feet coming off of this jump, and it was never broken. That was in 1941. His record wasn't broken until they extended it to 70 meters. So they named this in his honor, as he died a war hero. And here it is in all its glory, the 70-meter ski jump on Mount Rowe. So they would start from up there, they would start coming down. As they left the jump, they would hit this steep part of Rowe Mountain. They would continue to build speed until you get right to that first little clearing spot area, and that's when they would leave Earth and become airborne, and they would land down in where the campground is down there now. That's where their coaches would be watching them from. And further down is the enclosed judging hut. That's where the judges would rate their performance. And over by the judges' hut, that is steep. All the way down to the landing. I'll give that a 6. My lovely wife is where the spectators would be watching. Oh, is it a good jump? No, can't find them. What you're looking at now is the skeleton of the 40-meter ski jump. It was built in 1949, and to celebrate its opening, Belknap made history when they held a competition in August. Yes, August, middle of summer. They used shaved ice and hay. It drew 8,000 spectators and became an annual event.
So you would start on the wooden platform. You would come down to the cement platform where Chuck is and jump.
Number 3.
This is the 20-meter jump. So this is a view of the front of it, and you can see it comes down. You can see the curve, and now it's using the ground. And this is where you would jump from. Landing down here. And of course, your coach would be watching from here.
Come on, you can do it. Give it all you got.
And this is the 10-meter jump. Start from those poles, come down, jump from here, and land down there.
This would be the view from where, well, what is now a campground, of the 70-meter jump and the 40-meter jump. Views of the 20 and the 10-meter ski jump. As you can see, it's incremented. It goes 10, 20, 40, and 70. It's pretty cool. This was a unique part of this mountain that we did not even know was here. Mount Rowe, number 7 on the Belknap 12. Is it the least exciting mountain? Can't really say so. I mean, if you're just going to run up there to get it, to say that you summited, then yeah, maybe it's unexciting. Cheryl and I did 6 miles on that mountain. We found an awful lot of stuff out there. And Mother Nature kept throwing clouds, rain, even hail at us. And you know what? It was a great adventure. We actually enjoyed that mountain. So, until our next adventure, the end.